Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry, and here we are. I'm cleaning this upstairs area, a master bedroom, closet, and a hallway. A 6-year-old trihexta, in pretty good shape up here, for the most part. A little bit of wear on the doorways and places like that, but soiling wise, it's really quite clean, actually, even though they do have a golden retriever. But they spend obviously most of their time in the family room downstairs, which was considerably more warm and quite a bit of dog oils in there, but it cleaned up pretty nicely. But anyway, we'll just do this room and the hallway. A straightforward job. This is a AstroTurf pad. I do find they work very well on the tractors normally. Alright, we'll do a bit of grooming, put things back a little bit. And by the way, you often see me doing this, putting a piece of furniture right back. One of the reasons why I'm able to do that is because I'm actually being very careful with the amount of moisture that's getting applied, particularly under in a place where a couch or cabinet like that would go. I can control the amount of moisture that goes down, ensuring that I don't get it soaking wet. And normally, underneath something like that, for example, there's usually little or no soil anyway, so you don't need to be soaking it. And that's one of the reasons why I'm almost harping about shower feeding being a better option, because you can apply this amount of solution you need for every specific area of the carpet and react on the fly, as it were. Much more precise control of what you're doing. And I think that's quite critical, actually. And I will rarely put protectors under the feet, although there are occasions when I will. But it's really on a case-by-case basis. And sometimes I'll put protectors under the feet when I move the piece back or whatever, and then come back when I do the final grooming and actually take them out, because the carpet's now bone dry. Especially if I use the sliders. Obviously I'm going to take them out because I don't leave them behind. But it's all about just using your head and using common sense. I mean, I used to steam clean many years ago, and you put protectors underneath everything, pretty much. Because you knew that if you didn't, darn good chance you'd have a real big problem, because it takes so long to dry, because you can't clean without pumping the water in. Whereas with this method, the amount of water that is being used is very minimal, and all we're doing is applying or keeping that pad wet enough to clean without washing the soil into the carpet and driving it into the backing, and then of course all that moisture that we would drive in if you're steam cleaning, in order to dry the carpet, moisture moves back up the yarn into the air, and if you've got a piece of furniture sitting on there and it's wood stain or something like that, and if it sits there often it sits there for a few hours, maybe even a day or two, especially if something is literally flat down on the carpet fiber, then if there's a darn good chance you could end up with a furniture stain, or if there was a little metal foot thing on there, the little metal button, they can rust. Whereas with this method, because there's a much more precise control of the moisture as you're applying it, you are able to clean the carpet and control the amount of moisture you put on so that you don't overwet it. Overwetting only gets it wet, it doesn't get it cleaner. Your key to your cleaning is the agitation, not the moisture. You just need to make sure you have enough getting applied there, and then enough is enough. A little bit of extra wear there, so I'm just going over that a bit extra. Okay, we'll come out of here, and now I tap it up against that baseboard, and it dropped a bit of moisture in the corner there, so that's why I'm looking that up. There we go. Okay. Let's reposition this. In almost every case, I want to be moving away from where my power supply is. Now what I'm doing is I'm actually applying the solution but not going anywhere near the edge yet, because I don't want to fling anything over that edge. So we'll wait till I'm confident that the clinging has ended, and then I'm going to go back over that area and carry the moisture so there's virtually no flinging going on. Alright, we'll go down the hall. And this machine is actually feeding on the right side, so it'll fling more over that way. Anyway, so these are things you've got to get used to with your machine. Most machines are either on this side or actually on that side. And if it's on that side, then it's actually going to kind of fling kind of a little bit more behind you. Okay, we're almost done. Just head back down the hallway there, along with that other side. So there's nothing flinging up there. Okay, let's have a look at the pad. I don't suppose it'll be that soiled for this job. Alright, not bad. Okay, we'll let you go. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.